Ben, by Eugene Gant. My brother Ben's face is like a sheet of slightly yellow ivory. His high, white forehead is knotted fiercely by an old man's scowl. His mouth is like a knife, his smile the flicker of light across the blade. His face is like a knife and a flicker of light. And when he fastens his hard, white fingers and his scowling eyes upon a thing he wants to fix, he sniffs with sharp and private concentration. Thus women looking feel a well of tenderness for his pointed, bumpy, always scowling face.
Somebody's got to drop the hunts from the skies. Poor old England can't be expected to do it alone.
There, isn't it?
It says here there's an American flying corps forming in Canada.
Bang again. What are you thinking of?
All my life from this one little bird today. Besides getting away, I've been doing my bit.
Would they take you so old?
It says right here, 18 to 32.
Our physical standards pretty high.
Listen to her. I'm in good condition.
You're 20 pounds underweight. I've never seen anyone like you for not eating.
Well, I'll give you a thorough checkup this spring.
How would your family feel if you went?
What family? The Fatty Borders? Apologies, Fatty. I never associated with them. Besides Gene, nobody knew I was gone. Fly up there, in the wonderful world of the sky. Up with the angels.
You should never have agreed to live here for one day, that's the answer. You work yourself to the bone, for what?
Oh, Mrs. Pert, the other boarders have almost finished dinner.
What's the dessert, Helen?
Charlotte Russe.
They're like children with a tapeworm.
Hey, I told you you better get in there.
I was trying to do it that, but I'm afraid that calls me. See you later, Ben.
Ben, where is Mama?
How should I know?
I've had to serve the entire dinner alone.
Look at me. Holes in my socks, a trouser button missing. Before I married you, I had the reputation of being dapper.
You know, I bet she's off somewhere with Uncle Will, and I'm left in the kitchen to slave for a crowd of old cheap boarders. That's her tactic.
Dapper Hugh Barton said so in the newspapers when we were married.
You know that, don't you? Don't you? And do I ever hear her say a word of thanks? Do I get as much as a go to hell for it? No, I shall, child, she'll say. I work more than anybody. Most times, damn her, she does.
Helen?
You come in, Hugh, and help me.
How are the cash registers selling, Hugh?
Putting the cigar box out of business. I got a good order in Raleigh last week. I've already put away $900 towards our own little home.
You ought to have one, Hugh. You and Helen.
They wouldn't have the good jobs in here. The really good ones, no, they wouldn't be here in the newspapers, would they?
Why?
If I could find something here, not on the road so much, maybe then I could talk Helen into moving away. Ben, you hear things around the paper?
Hugh!
I'll keep my ears open, Hugh.
Yeah, well, don't want to make Helen any madder at me. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, Val, I never saw such a man. What little have we got, I've had to fight for tooth and nail. Like the fella says, there ain't no fool like an old fool. Of course, Mr. Gant's been a fool all his life. Well, if I hadn't kept after him all these years, we wouldn't have a stick to call our own.
Had to have an artistic husband.
Artistic, I have my opinion on that. Why, Will, with the money that man squanders every year on liquor alone, we could buy all kinds of good downtown property, to say nothing of paying off this place.
You've given him every opportunity.
Well, he's always hated the idea of owning anything, couldn't bear it. He told me once because of some bad trade he made when he was a young man up in Pennsylvania. If I'd been in the picture then, you can bet your bottom dollar there'd be no loss.
Or the loss had been on the other side.
That's a good one, you know us Pentlands. Well, I'm gonna get after Mr. Gant right today about that bank offer.
So let me know when you've warmed it up enough for me to talk to him.
It'll take a good deal of warming up, I can tell you. Help me, Will. Why, he's so blamed stubborn about that precious old marble yard, but I'll do it.
Hey, give me a jingle when you want to look at that farm property. I'll drive you out there.
Thanks, Will, I appreciate it. Ben, what are you doing home at this hour?
I'm working afternoons this week.
Well, will you get dinner downtown?
I usually do.
Why do you sound so short with me? You won't even look at me when I talk to you. You know I can't stand not being looked at by the person I'm talking to. Don't you feel well?
I feel fine.
Shaw, there's that midday train now. Has Eugene gone to the station?
How should I know?
Eugene! Eugene, where are you? Eugene! Eugene, I'll have that boy just when I need him. Ben, have you been lying around here wasting time with that Mrs. Perk again?
Listen to her. It's the nicest time I spent.
I tell you what, it doesn't look right. What must the other boarders think? A woman of her age, a drinking woman, married? Oh, why can't you find someone young and pretty and free to be with? You're the best looking boy I got.
It'll make you feel better, Mama. I'll look around.
That's Mr. Cledd's newspaper. You know how finicky he is about reading it first. Hold it up before you go. Eugene, where are you sneaking to? Get over here.
Yes, Mama.
Now the midday train's just come in. You head over to that depot.
Today? I did it yesterday.
Every day until every room is full. The advertising cards are on the whole table. Go get them. 17, I declare. I don't know why he complains. He doesn't have anything else better to do. Spending his time up there scribbling, dreaming.
The other boarding houses send their porters to the trains.
Never you mind, Ben Gant. You used to do it. It's little enough I've ever asked of you boys. Have you got them?
In my pocket.
Let me see them. Let me see them.
Stay at Dixieland, Altamoun's homiest boarding house. Should be homeliest.
Eugene!
I hate drumming up trade. It's deceptive and it's begging.
Oh my, dreamer Eugene Gant, what do you think the world is all about? We are all of us out here selling something. Now you head over to that depot right away. And for heaven's sakes, boys, spruce up, shoulders back. Look like you are somebody. And smile, look pleasant.
Eugene, what are you walking like that for?
Like what?
What are you limping for? My God, those are my shoes you've got on. I threw them out yesterday.
They're practically brand new.
They're too small for me. They must be killing it.
Ben, please.
Maybe you can afford to throw out brand new shoes.
His toes must be like pretzels.
They're all right. I'll get used to them.
My God, it's a damn disgrace. Sending him out on the streets like a hired man. Gene should be on that train. Going to college.
Now that is enough. That is just enough of that. You have a family to provide for like I have been again, and I don't want to hear another word about it. Gene will go to college when we can afford it. For now, he can help out his papa at the shop.
I thought you were going to warm up Papa so he'll sell the shop.
Now that was not intended for your ears, Ben Gant. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't tell Mr. Gant until I have. Now go on and get us a customer.
Why should Papa sell his shop?
Now you are too young to be worrying about my business. You tend to yours.
What business do I have to attend to, Mama?
Well, get busy, get busy. Help your papa at the
I
shop.
don't want to be a stone cutter.
Then go back to delivering newspapers. Help your Uncle Will in his real estate office, but keep the ball rolling, child. Now hurry on or you'll be late.
Mama, dinner's practically over. I'm no slave.
I'll be right in, Helen. What's wrong with him? What's the matter with that boy? What's the matter with all of you? I certainly don't know. I tell you what, sometimes I get frightened. Seems as if you're all at the end of something, dissatisfied and want something new. But it just can't be. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Oh, Val, I don't know what we're all coming to. Ben, while you're home just this once, why don't you stay for dinner? I'm sure there's plenty left over.
No, thank you, Mama.
A good hot meal?
I've got to get back to work.
Well, are you sure you'll feel all right?
I feel good.
Well, have a good day at the paper, son.
The coffee's on the porch.
I ate too much again.
Help yourself to coffee, please, Miss Clapp. I'm short-handed today.
Not there. That's my chair. That one's free since the teacher left.
You're a teacher too, aren't you, Mrs. Clapp?
Up and down. Tired.
Nah, I hope to stay with us for a while. Where are you from?
Tampa.
Tampa? Why, do you know Castle? I love to learn.
I don't know what Mrs. Gant makes his coffee of. There isn't a bean in Vent that tastes like this.
Couldn't you make it for us sometime, Helen?
Well, my mother always makes the coffee here. Oh, scrumptious dessert. Oh, dear.
Yes, it was good. If only the servings were bigger.
I heard that the best boarding house food is down the street at Mrs. Haskell's.
That's what I heard too, Mother.
Yeah, then move into Mrs. Haskell's.
Hugh. I spent one season there, but I prefer it here. It's more informal and entertaining.
Not lately. It's been over a month since Mrs. Gant had to have Mr. Molasses Edwards and his 2 Dixie Ramblers evicted for not paying their rent. She sure loves to see the cops swarm around.
Don't you?
I like excitement. Why shouldn't I?
Other people's excitement. Don't you ever want excitement of your own? I do. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Is the proprietor here?
Yes, I'll get her at once. Mrs. Gant, customer! Please, come right up.
Let me get that for you. It must be heavy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes?
Are you the proprietor?
Miss Eliza Gant, that's right.
I found this advertising card on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk? And you're looking for a room?
If you have one for me.
Of course I do, dear. A nice, quiet room. Now you just sit down here and have a cup of my good coffee so I can go open it up to show it to you. Hugh, you take care of the young lady. This is Mr. Barton, my son-in-law.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Barton. I'm Laura James.
Laura, why that's a good Scotch name. Are you Scotch?
On one side.
So I could have told you were Scotch the minute I laid eyes on you. I'm Scotch too. Wasn't that nice? This is Mr. Platt. Mr. Platt, Miss James. His mother, Mrs. Platt. Miss Snowden. Miss Mangle. Mr. Farrell. Miss Brown. Miss Brown! Hi! And Mrs. Pert. Now, where do you come from, dear?
I live in Richmond.
Richmond! Now, that's a pleasant city, but hot. Not like it is here. Cool and refreshing in these hills. Why, you haven't come to Altamont for a cure now, have you, dear?
Oh, I'm healthy if that's what you mean, but I've been working hard and I need a rest.
Drink your coffee.
Thank you, Mrs. Gant. What are your rates, Mrs. Gant?
Mama?
I suppose I'll go show you the room first.
Mama?
Why, this child either speaks like a fire engine or crawls like a snail.
Mama, can I speak to you, please?
I don't see you limping now that you're not trying to get any sympathy. Don't think that
Mama, Papa's been at Loughran's again. Dr. McGuire's trying to steer him home now.
The doctor? Is he sick or is he drunk?
He's rip-roaring. It's awful. He kicked Uncle Will again.
Gee, I don't know what to do anymore. What'll I do, child? Why do they keep bringing him back here? Send him to a state institution. Throw him in the gutter. I don't care. What'll I do, child?
At least it's been a month this time.
Madam Grills, stay away from me!
Old Gant's on the loose again.
What is it?
The old boy's on the loose again.
Would you go inside? All of you, please.
I haven't finished my coffee
You
yet.
can wait in the parlor, please, just until we get him inside.
And miss the show?
Along with the crowd with definitely no Jesus.
Perhaps there was something I could do to help.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Look at him. He's really got a suit full this time. hasn't he?
Madam Grills, stay away from me, get off of me! Where are you? Where are you, lowest of the low? Boarding house swine! Mercy God, what a travesty should come of this.
Come on, Papa, please.
Blanket lords and ladies gay, all mountain doors of the day. Oh, the one disturbing a little tete-a-tete. Go right ahead, help yourself. Another helping of mashed potatoes, Mrs. Clapp. Put another tire around
Mr.
the
Gant,
middle.
I'd be ashamed. I'd be ashamed.
Who speaks?
I thought you were sick.
I'm not sick, madame. I'm in a wild and blind fury.
Dr. McGuire, get him in the house.
Come on, Gant, let me help you.
Just a moment, just a moment. You don't think I know where my own home is? This is not where I live. I reside at 92 Woodson Street.
That was some years ago, Gant. This is your home now.
This barn, this damnable, this awful, this murderous and bloody barn home. Holy hell, what a travesty. Oh,
Why don't we just carry him in? Yeah, you keep out of this, Pentland. You're the one who enrages him.
Pentland! That's a name for you. There you are, Will Pentland. You're a mountain grill. Your father was a mountain grill and a horse thief. And he was hanged in the public square.
Papa, wouldn't you like some coffee? There's some right here.
Some of Miss Gant's good coffee. I'll take some of that good bourbon if you have it, son.
Get him a drink. Maybe he'll pass out.
Drink!
Gee, Dr. McGuire, you know there isn't a drop of alcohol in this house.
Oh, I have some. I keep it on me in case of a train accident.
Well, it's heavy.
Good God, I should barely feel one of his teeth.
Well, it's heavy.
All right, you can have it, Gant. But you have to come up on the veranda to drink it.
You know, mountain grills, vipers, Lowest of the low, I'll stand here until you take me home. Ain't anyone gonna take me home?
Papa, what have you been drinking again when you know what it does to you?
Oh, Helen, I got a pain right here.
Of course you do. Come with me now. I'll put you to bed and bring you some soup.
Oh, I gotta sit down. Sit down, Helen. Sit and talk. Oh, would you like to hear some Keats? Beautiful Keats.
He's got his audience now, that's all he wants.
Mama, he's sick.
Mr. Gant, if you feel so bad, why don't you act nice and go inside? The whole neighborhood is watching you.
The old man came home drunk. Old man came home drunk. Wild like a turkey and smell like a skunk. Old man came
Mr.
home.
Tarkington, are you drinking with him too?
Several of us were, Madame, I regret to say.
I'll have Tim Loughran thrown in jail for this.
He started out so peaceably, like
I've warned him enough times.
just on beer.
Get off my premises!
Dr. McGuire should give you some information.
Doctors, they even want some. Oh, past the Lord lead but to the grave. Great elegy. Only 4 cents a letter on any tombstone you choose. By the master carver. Any orders? Oh, it's the devil's own pitchfork. Don't let me put it on the knife. Promise me, daughter. Promise me. Over the stone,
Take the old man
rattle his bones.
Jesus!
He's only a
Have
beggar,
mercy on my
nobody
soul.
else.
Oh, God, he's on his feet again.
You? Let's get him in the house.
I see. Do you see it there? There he stands, the dark man's shadow, as I always knew he would. So, you've come at last to take the old man home. Jesus, have mercy on my soul.
Oh, Miss James, I was going to show you the room, wasn't I?
Dr. McGuire?
He's just passed out.
I think you'll like it here.
Man,
It's nice
just carry him up.
and quiet and- Oh, nobody pays any mind to this again. I'll tell you what, it's not every day you have to talk like this. How much is it? $15 a week.
Oh, Miss James, I was going to show you the room, wasn't I? Well, I tell you what, I think you'll like it here. It's nice and it's quiet and... Oh, nobody pays any mind to Mr. Gant. I'll tell you what, it's not every day we have occurrences like this.
Well, how much is it?
$15 a week, 3 hot meals a day, plus the use of electricity in the bath. Shall I show it to you now?
No, I'm sure it'll be all right.
That's up front, that is. Mr. Farrell, where are you going? You paid for a week in advance. Well, people come and they go, but you're here now, isn't that nice?
I heard about Father. How is he?
Drunk. The doctor's in with him now. Oh, Ben, this is Miss James. Miss James, this is one of my sons, Ben Gant.
Miss James, that's you, Mr. Gant.
Thank you, dear. She's going to be staying with us for a while, we hope. I think you'll like it here. It's cozy and comfortable, and, well, I'll go show you the room now, and I'll show you the rest of the house later.
It's nice to have met you, Mr. Gant.
Nice to have met you, Mr. Gant. That father of yours. You know he kicked me. I'm not going to tell you where. Why don't you watch out for him, Ben? It's up to you, boys. For your mother's sake. For Dixieland. You know, I've warned her about him. A born wanderer like he is and a widower. But you can't advise women. Not when it comes to love and sex. You can thank me for my help now. No one else has.
Thank you, Uncle Will.
A bunch of ungrateful Gants. You're the only one who has any class, Ben.
Did you hear about it, Ben? There's an show in town that has it. I can't figure it out, Ben. It doesn't make any sense. Why does he do it?
How should I know?
We're almost through.
Ben, do you remember the mornings when we used to walk together? You were teaching me the paper route. We talked a lot then.
Listen, I am. We're talking.
If he hates it so much here, why does he stay?
You stupid little fool. It's like being caught in a photograph. Your face is there. And no matter how hard you try, how could you possibly step out of the photo? Shut up now, will you? Hello, Doc.
Your sister sure can't handle that old goat like a lamb. Funny thing is, people seem to like him, though. He's a good man. He's sober.
Is he all right?
He's gonna be.
Can I speak to you for a minute, Doc? About me? If you have a minute.
Shoot, Ben.
Haven't you got something else to do?
No.
What's the matter? You got power of the toenails, or is it something more private?
I'm tired of pushing daisies here. I want to push them somewhere else.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sure you've heard about the war in Europe. I've decided to enlist in Canada. What do you want to do there? You stay out of this.
No, he's right, Ben. Do you really want to save the world? This world?
For Christ's sake, McRiley, you recommend me, won't you? You just examined me a couple months ago.
Well, let's see. For a war, the requirements are a bit different. Stand up. Stick out your chest. Feet, good arch, and pigeon toes.
Since when do you need toes to shoot a gun?
How's your teeth, son?
Aren't you overdoing it, Doc? What did you do that for?
They'll have to save this world without you, Ben.
What do you mean?
That's all. That's all.
You're saying I'm not all right?
Who said you weren't all right?
Quit your kidding.
What's the rush? We may get into this war ourselves before too long. Wait a bit. Isn't that right, son?
I want to know, am I all right or not?
Yes, Ben. You're all right. Why, you're one of the most all right people I know. You're a little run down, that's all. Need some meat on those bones. You can't exist with a cup of coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Besides, the Altamont air is good for you. Stick around. Big breaths, Ben. Big breaths.
Thanks. As a doctor, you're a fine first baseman.
Take it easy. Try not to care too much.
He's right, man. You should try to look after yourself more.
He doesn't have any spirit about this war. That's all that's the matter with him.
I didn't know you wanted to get away from me so badly.
Ben, get over it, you got it. Come on, man. But you got a clean shirt. Listen. Listen. Take this and go get that damn long haircut off. Get some shoes that fit. For Christ's sake, you look like a lousy tramp.
Man, I can't keep taking money from you.
What else have you got me for? Okay. Get out.
Ben, get over here. Come on, man.
Listen. Listen. You go to college. All right? You go to college. Don't settle for anything or anyone. And get money from them, Gene. Any way you can. Beg it, steal it, take it. But get it. Get it and get out. To hell with them all! Neither Luke, nor Stevie, nor I made it. But you can, Gene. I let her hold on until it was too late. Don't let that happen to you. And Gene, don't try to please everyone. Please yourself. Where's she from?
I don't know. I don't even know her name.
Miss James. I'll have to announce her arrival in my society column. The young lion of spring. Budding. Tender. Virginal. Like something swift with wings, which hovers in a wood among feathery trees. Suspected, but uncaught. Unseen. Exquisite. Want to walk downtown with me? I'll buy you a cup of mocha.
Maybe I ought to stay here.
If you're around, I don't blame you. I dream of elegant women myself. All the time.
You do? Ben, if you dream of elegant women, how is it? Well, I'm glad they won't take you in Canada.
I was crazy to think of going. Gotta bring you up first, don't I?
Well, gee, you haven't even said hello to me today.
Hello, Miss Brown.
Nah, it's not nothing right. Love you next.
I think Mama's calling me, Miss Brown.
Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door. Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore. When the moon shines over the cowshed, I'll be waiting at the kitchen door.
Ben, I know you talked to the doctor today. What did he say? Tell Faye.
Oh, I'm out before I'm in. I know you're happy, but you don't know what it feels like to be the weakling. All the members of this family, they're steers, mountain goats. Except Father lately, unless he's drunk. But you know, I still think of him as I thought of him as a little boy. A titan. The house he built from Alma on Woodson Street with his own hands. The armloads of food he carried home. And the women he loved at Madame Elizabeth's. 2 and 3 a night, I heard.
It's not for parents to have their children think of them as they were young. I mean, that's the way I'd like my children to think of me. Oh, you know what I mean.
Listen to her.
Ben, who are you always talking to like that?
Who, him? Oh, that's Grover, my twin. It was a habit I got into while he was still alive.
I wish you'd known me when I was young. I was some different.
I bet you weren't half as nice and warm and round as you are now.
Ben, don't ever let your mother hear you say those things. What could she think?
Who cares what she thinks?
Dear, I only hope when the right girl comes along, you won't be sorry for the affections you've lavished on me.
I don't want the right girl. Like some more beer? I've got another bottle.
Love some more, honey.
Good evening, Miss James.
Oh, good evening.
Won't you sit down?
Not there. That's Mr. Farrell's chair. Yours is in the back.
Mr. Farrell has left, Mother.
What?
Never mind. Good evening, Miss James. No sense of being formal. Won't you sing with me?
Oh, I love music, but I have no talent for it. I love to sing. Do you know Indiana Lullaby?
I'm comfortable when I'm with you, Fatty.
That's good, so am I.
People don't understand. Jelly roll isn't everything, is it?
Again, what kind of vulgar phrase is that?
It's a Stumptown word. Sometimes when those women don't have money to pay their bills, they pay you in jelly roll.
Your little brother's right over there listening.
Gene? Gene knows all about jelly roll. Where do you think he's been all his life? On Mama's front parlor?
Ben, come on.
There's another word I remember from the 8th grade. We had a thin, anxious-looking teacher. The boys had a poem about her. Old Miss Grudy has good tootie.
Ben, stop it!
Good evening.
What?
Oh, I said good evening?
What do you do?
I beg your pardon?
To say good evening. How do you do?
Good you do. I think I like that better. Good you do. You don't think that's funny?
That's as funny as most things I do.
Mind if I sit down?
Please.
I'm Laura James.
I know. My name's Eugene Gaines.
You know, I've seen you before.
Yes, earlier this afternoon.
No, I saw you throw those advertising cards in the gutter.
Oh, you did?
I was coming from the station, you know, where the train crosses the street. You were just standing there staring at it. I walked right by you and smiled at you. Never gotten such a good snub before in my whole life. You must be crazy about trains.
You stood right beside me? Where are you from?
I live in Richmond.
Richmond. That's a big city, isn't it?
It's pretty big.
You have lots of pretty parks and boulevards.
Yes.
Fine tall buildings with elevators.
Yes, it's quite a metropolis.
You have theaters and things like that.
A lot of good shows come to Richmond. Are you interested in shows?
You have a big library. Did you know it has over 100,000 books in it?
No, I didn't know.
I read that somewhere. It'd take a long time to read 100,000 books, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
I figure about 20 years. How many do they let you take out at a time?
I don't know, really.
They only let you take out 2 here.
Well, that's too bad.
You have some good colleges in Virginia. Did you know that William and Mary's the second oldest college in the country?
Really? What's the oldest?
Harvard. I'd like to study there. First Chapel Hill, that's our state university. Then Harvard. But I'd like to study all over the world and learn all its languages. I love words. Don't you?
Yes, I do.
Are you laughing at me?
No, of course not.
You sure are smiling a lot.
I'm smiling because I'm enjoying myself. I like talking to you.
I like talking to you too. I always talk better with older people.
Oh?
They know so much more.
Like me.
Yes, you're very interesting.
Am I?
Yes, very interesting.
Good evening, Miss James.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Platt.
Platt.
Platt?
Jake Platt. It's a lovely evening. Would you like to go for a stroll?
Oh, I don't know. It seems to me like it's gonna rain.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's gonna rain all right.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
Perhaps some other time, Mr. Platt.
Of course. Good evening, Miss James. Good evening, Sonny.
We really do like trains, don't we?
My mama took us on one to St. Louis, to the fair when I was only 5. Have you ever touched one?
What?
A locomotive. Have you ever put your hand on them? You have to feel things to truly understand them.
Aren't they rather hot?
Even a cold one. Just standing in the station yard. You know what you feel? You feel the shining steel rails under it. And they send a message right in your hand. A message of all the mountains that engine ever passed. All the forests, all the flowing rivers, all the towns, the houses, the people, the wash lines, flapping in the fresh cool breeze. The beauty of the people and the way they live and the way they work. A farmer waving from his field. A child walking home from the schoolyard. Faraway places that roar through at night. Places you don't even know, can hardly imagine. Do you believe it? You feel the rhythm of a whole lot, a whole country just clicking through your hands.
I don't think we all would. But I believe you do.
How long will you be staying? I'm sorry, please.
No, you go first.
How long will you be staying here, Miss James?
My name's Laura. I wish you'd call me that.
Laura. That's a lovely name. Do you know what it means?
No.
I read a book once on the meaning of names. Laura is the laurel, Greek symbol of victory.
Victory. Well, maybe someday I'll live up to that. Oh, what does Eugene mean?
I forget.
You forget?
It means well born.
How old are you, Eugene?
Why?
Oh, I'm just always curious about people's ages.
So am I. How old are you?
I'm 21. You?
19. Will you be staying here long?
I don't know exactly.
You're only 21?
How old did you think I was?
About that. About 21. That's not old at all, is it?
I don't think it is.
I was afraid you might think I was too young for you to waste your time with like this.
I don't think 19's young at all.
It isn't really, is it?
Gee, we keep rushing together like this, we're gonna have a collision.
Ben, what's your full name?
Benjamin Harrison Gant. Why?
I thought Ben was short for benign.
Benign? Listen to her.
Helen?
It's not Helen, Mr. Gant.
Oh, if that's water, take it away.
Why aren't you asleep? Don't you have any pain?
None but the everyday pain of thinking. You wouldn't know what that is.
I wouldn't know.
How could you? You're always so busy puttering.
All the work I do around here, and you call it puttering?
Some people are doers, some are thinkers.
Somebody has to do, Mr. Gant. Somebody has to. I know you you look on yourself as some kind of artist fella, but personally, a man who needs to be brought maudlin through the streets, screaming curses? Well, if you call that artistic.
Oh, the hellhound's at it again. Shut up, woman.
Mr. Gant, I came down here with only pity in my heart. Now, would you please look at me when I talk to you? You know I can't stand being turned away from.
You're a bloody monster. You drink my heart's blood.
You don't mean that. We've come this far together, I guess we can continue to the end. Did you know that I was thinking just this morning about the very first day we met? Did you realize it was 31 years ago come July?
Merciful God, 31 long years.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I just come from your cousin Sally's and I passed by your little shop and there you were. I'll vow you were as big as one of your tombstones and as dusty, with a wild and dangerous look in your eye. You were romantic in those days, like the fella says, a regular courting fool. I remember you said to me, Miss Pentland, you come into this hot and grubby shop like a cooling summer shower. A cooling summer shower, that's just what you said.
And you've been a wet blanket ever since.
I forgive your little jokes, Mr. Gant. I forgive your little jokes.
Do you? Do you ever forgive me, Eliza? If I can make you understand something. I was such a strong man. I was dozing there, dreaming of the past, far past. The people in the place I came from, those great bonds of Pennsylvania. The order, thrift, plenty. It all started out so right there. There I was a man set out to get order and position in life. What have I come to? On the ride and confusion, searching and wandering. There was so much more before, so much. Now it's all closing in. My God, Eliza, where have the years gone? Why am I here, now, at the rag end of my life? The years are all blotted and blurred. My youth a red waste. I've gotten old. An old man. But why here? Why here?
Because you belong here, Mr. Gant, that's why. You belong here.
As I get weaker and weaker, you get stronger and stronger.
Why, sure, you believe that it's because you've had no position in life. If you'd listened to a thing I said, things would have been different. You didn't believe me when I told you that little old shop of yours would be worth a fortune someday. Well, Will and I were downtown this morning and we ran into old Mr. Beecham from the bank and he said to me, Miss Gant, the bank is looking for a big new site to build our new property on, and do you know what we have our eyes on? And I said, no. Well, we have our eyes on Mr. Gant's shop and we're willing to pay $20,000 for it. Now, what do you think of that?
And you came in here with a little pity in your heart.
Well, $20,000 is a lot of money, like the fella says, it ain't paid.
And my angel, my Carrara angel, were you just gonna sell her too?
The angel, the angel, the angel! I've heard enough of that angel!
You always have been. Money dribbled from your honeyed lips, but never a word about my angel. I probably started 20 pieces of marble trying to capture her, but my life's work doesn't interest you.
Mr. Gant, if you haven't been able to do it in all these years, don't you think your gift as a stonecutter may be limited?
Yes, Mrs. Gant. It may be limited. It may be limited.
Then why don't you sell the shop? You can pay off the mortgage at Dixieland and we'll just live off the income of the boarders for the rest of our lives.
Oh, holy hell! Wowee! The boarders! That parade of incognito pimps and prostitutes call themselves penniless dancing masters, pardon widows, part-time teachers, God knows what all. Have mercy, woman. That shop is my last refuge on earth. I'm begging you, let me die in peace. You won't have long to wait. You can do what you please with it after I'm gone, but give me a little comfort now, and leave me my work. At least my first wife understood what it meant to me. Ah, Cynthia, Cynthia.
You swore you'd never mention her name to me again. people never truly understand each other, not in this life.
Oh, curse the day I was given life. Oh, Jesus, I beg of you. I know I've been bad. Have mercy and pity upon me. Give me another chance in Jesus' name.
I saw my mama looking around.
You're right. I think I did see her in the bushes.
All right, you stay here and pour your drinks. I'm gonna go turn on the music.
All right. Some for you. Some more for me. What? If it isn't Mrs. Gant, why don't you sit down and join us for a while?
Mrs. Perk, you know the rules about drinking at Dixieland.
Oh, for God's sake.
Look, you can be heard all over the house with your carrying on.
Carrying on? Listen to her.
You're keeping the boarders away.
They just went in.
Mrs. Perks, as I walked by your door, I saw a light under it. If you plan on spending all night out here, you might as well not waste the electricity.
The Lord said, let there be light. Even if only 40 watts.
Now, Benjamin, don't you get on your high horse with me. You don't know how to pay the bills. If you did, you'd laugh at the other side of your mouth. I don't like such talk. You've squandered every penny you've ever earned because you've never known the value of a dollar.
Value of $1? What the hell's the use of it anyway? Come on, Fatty. Let's go for a stroll.
Whatever you say, then. We'll try to fill it.
Now, I don't want any buttons from you. You're just a paying boarder here. You're not a member of this family and never will be, no matter what low methods you try.
Mama, please.
All I'm trying to do is keep decency and order here, and this is the thanks I get. You should all get down on your knees and be grateful to me.
What am I supposed to be grateful for?
Dad, come on.
For what? For selling the house that Papa built with his own hands and moving us into this drafty bar where we share our roof, our food, our privacy, our pleasure, so that you can be Queen Bee.
It's that bottle that you're talking.
For God's sake, let's stop it. All right, let's stop it. Mama, go to bed. Please, Ben, look at your son there. You've had him out on the street since he was 8 years old. Collecting bottles, selling papers, anything that'll bring you a penny.
Gene is old enough to earn his keep.
But he's old enough for you to let go of him. But no, you'd rather hang on to him like a cheap piece of property. Maybe he'll grow in value. You can turn a quick trade on him, make a profit. He's not a son, he's an investment. You're so penny mad that... Come on, Fatty.
He didn't see Mrs. Gant. He didn't. Wait away, Fatty.
Well, she put him up to it. He never used to talk to me like that. Well, you just stood right there and saw it. So you tell me, was it my fault? What was it?
Just go to bed, won't you? Just go to bed and forget about it, won't you?
All of you. Your father, and Ben, and now you all blame me. And none of you have any idea what I've had to put up with all these years.
Mama, stop. Please, just stop.
You don't know. Your father has never given me a moment's peace. Nobody knows what I've been through with him, child. Nobody knows.
I know, Mama. Forget about it. It's all right.
You just can't realize. You don't know what a day like this does to me. Ben and I used to be so close, especially after little Grover died. You don't remember when he was a youngster, the little notes he was always leaving me? I'd find them when I got up early when he went on his paper route. Good morning, Mama. Have a nice day, Mama. We were so close.
It's late. You're tired.
Well, I've got all those napkins and towels to iron for tomorrow.
Mama, the boarders can do without new napkins tomorrow. Why don't you get some sleep?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to spend my life slaving away over a bunch of boarders. It doesn't pay. I'm just going to take it as big and easy as any of them. You know, one day you may find us Gants living up in a big house in Doak Park. I've got the best lot out there. I made the trade with old Mr. Doak himself the other day. Now, what about that? He said to me, Mrs. Gant, if I'm going to trust my agents with you, I'd better watch out. You're the sharpest trader in this town. Why, sure, Mr. Doak, I said. I didn't let on that I believed him or anything. All I want is a fair return on my investment. I believe in every man making his trade and giving the other fellow a chance. Keep the ball a-rolling, I said, laughing as big as you please. You're the sharpest trader in this town. Why, that's just what he said. Oh, dear. Well, I'm going to go in now. Are you coming in?
In a little while.
Well, make sure you turn out that lantern. Good night, son. Try and get some sleep. You mustn't neglect your health.
Don't work too late, Mama.
Gene, you know that property up on Sunset Terrace, right up on the rise above Dick Webster's place?
Yes, Mama.
That's my lot. And in 5 years or so, I guarantee it'll double in value. You mark my words.
Yes, Mama. For God's sake, we'll finish your work so you can get some sleep.
I'm not going to spend my life slaving away over a bunch of boarders. They needn't think it. I'm just going to take every opportunity I get, just like the rest of them. Well, good night, son.
Good night, Mama. Oh, Laura, Laura. Oh, did you hear all that? I'm sorry.
What do you have to be sorry for?
Would you like to take a walk?
Well, it is a lovely evening.
It might rain.
I love the rain.
See, Gene, looky here. Sunset Terrace goes. Gene? Eugene, I told you to turn out that lantern. Eugene, what am I going to do with that boy? Ben? Ben, is that you? Mr. Gant?
Papa's not here now, Mama.
Well, where is he, Gene? You know I can't stand that marble dust. Will you please come out here where I can talk to you? Besides, you know I can't stand to not see the face I'm talking to. For heaven's sake, boy, spruce up. How many times do I have to tell you? Shoulders back like you are somebody. Smile, look pleasant. Oh, boy. I hope your father's not over at you know where again.
Buy the newspaper with the obituary.
Oh, did he? Well, isn't that nice? But he won't follow up on it. Oh, no. He says it's ghoulish to contact the bereaved ones right on. Well, tombstones aren't any business anyway anymore. Nowadays, people die too slowly. I tell you what, this feels nice. I wish I had as much time as other people who could enjoy sitting. What are you looking at?
Just noticing you had on your dealing and bargaining costume again.
Now, whatever do you mean by that? Heaven knows I always try to look neatly respectable.
Come on, Mama.
What? I declare I may have a better dress than this, but law's sake, there's some places that don't pay to advertise it. You're smart, smart child. You got a future ahead of you.
What kind of future have I got if I can't get an education?
Well, sure, boy, you'll get your education if my plans work out. But I'll tell you what, it wouldn't hurt to help your Uncle Will in his real estate office for a little bit now, would it?
I don't know anything about real estate, Mama.
What is there to know? Buying and selling is an instinct, and you've got it. You've got my eye for looking and seeing and remembering, and that's all that counts. Why, there isn't a vital statistic about a soul in Ultima I don't carry right in my head. What they make, what they owe, what they're hiding, what they show. You see, Eugene, I'm a poet too. A poet, and I don't know it, but my feet show it. They're long, fellas. Oh, I can't get a smile out of you this morning. What is the matter with you? You've been acting so strange this past week. Oh, stand with your shoulders back. How many times do I have to tell you? You go humped over, you'll get lung trouble sure as you're born. That's the one thing about your papa. He's always carried himself straight as a rod. Of course, he's not as straight now as he used to be. Gee, what on earth are you standing on one foot and then another foot? Do you have to go to the bathroom?
Mama, that's gonna be bad at my age.
Well, then why are you fidgeting? It's not often we get a nice chance to chat like this.
Papa's paying me 30 cents an hour.
Paying you? How did you manage that?
I told him I needed the money.
For heaven's sakes, what for? You've got your room and board.
Don't you think I need new clothes for one thing?
Show the way you're still growing it, don't pay. Has my baby gone and got himself a girl?
What of it? What if it were true? Haven't I got as much right as anyone?
Gene, you are too young to be thinking about girls, especially that Miss James. Why, she is a mature woman compared to you. I don't think you realize how young you are just because you're tall and read a lot of books. There's your Uncle Will calling for me. How long does it take your father to get a newspaper anyway?
Said he'd be right back.
Well, you tell him that I'm looking for him. On second thought, I'll just catch him. I want you to be here too. Work hard, child.
I've done that myself many times, son, many times. What you want to have to say?
Did you see her?
I've been sitting over at Law Cranes waiting for her to leave. What a long-winded bag.
You told the doctor you wouldn't go to law.
Cold beers on her, what I've got. It was that little panel she went off with.
Yes.
She said she'd be back.
Yes.
I don't mind what she's up to. She'll be back, fresh and drawn up papers tucked in her bosom. Yes, when you touch the breast of Miss Eliza, you feel the sharp crackle of bills for sale. I like the bosom of this angel. She begins to bed after the best, doesn't she? I've been neglecting her lately. Ah, how she gleams.
Papa, you were young when you first married, weren't you?
What?
How old were you when you were married?
It was 31 bitty years ago when your mother first came wriggling around that corner like a snake on a belly.
I don't mean how old were you when you were first married? Cynthia.
My God! You better not let your mother hear you say that name.
I want to know. How old were you?
I must have been 28. Cynthia.
You loved her, didn't you?
She had a real little beauty. Sweet, known, proud, yet soft. Soft. She died in the bloom.
She was older than you, wasn't she?
Yes, 10 years.
10 years? But it didn't make any difference, did it?
She was a skinny, mean, tubercular old hag who really drove me out of my mind.
Why do you talk about her the way you do? It's your mama.
Because I'm a bastard, Jane. I'm a bastard. Hey! Isn't this a pretty little somebody looking for you?
Hello, Mr. Gant.
Hello.
Hello, Jean. So, this is your shop?
Well, it's not often I see smiling people around here. Ever struck that with all that was ordering lady?
Oh, no, I'm just beginning to enjoy it here, really.
What do you find to enjoy about it?
Well, the countryside's beautiful. Jean and I have had lots of pleasant walks in the hills.
Ah, so it's Jean that makes it pleasant for you, eh?
Come on.
Oh, so you're fond of Jean, aren't you?
He's very kind and intelligent.
He's a good boy. Our best.
My, isn't this shop interesting? How did you come to be a stonecutter, Mr. Gant?
Well, I guess you call it a passion with some people. When I was a boy, Jean did, and I'd have friends to shop. Something like this. This very angel was there. She's Carrara Mama, from Italy. And as I looked at her smiling face, I felt more than anything in the world I wanted to carve delicately with a chisel. It was as though, if I could do that, I could bring something of me out into a piece of marble. Oh, but the reminiscence of the old always bore the young.
No, they don't.
So, I walked in that stonecutter shop, and asked if I could become his apprentice. I worked there for 5 years. And when I left, I bought the angel. I've hardly had her out of my sight since. I've probably started 20 pieces of marble trying to capture her. I guess there's no use trying anymore.
Would you like to look around?
I'm afraid of bothering you at your work.
Oh, no. Show around, Gene. I have some other work I must do anyway. Though some people find looking at tombstones depressing, Still, we all come to them in the end.
What makes you think you might be bothered?
Well, you are supposed to be working.
You came here to see me today, Laura. What's wrong? Something's different.
Oh, I don't know. Don't pay any attention to me.
What's in the basket?
I asked Helen to pack us picnic lunch.
Great, let's go.
Not now.
Laura, what's the matter? Have I done something wrong?
Gee, Helen knows about us, and your father too.
I don't care. I want the whole world to know. Come on, let's go.
No, let's not talk about this right now. This is pretty marble. Where is it from?
Laura, you don't give a damn where that marble came from.
Gee, I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed.
Laura, my darling, what is it?
Gene, I lied to you. I'm 23 years old.
Is that all?
Well, you're not 19 either. You're 17.
I'm 1,000 years old on the love I have for
I'm an older woman.
God's name, what does that got to do with us?
There have to be
Rules
rules.
are made by jealous people. They make rules to love by, so even those with no talent for it can at least pretend. Laura, we don't need rules. We don't have to pretend. What we have is so beautiful, so rare. How often in life can you find it?
Gene, you're a young boy. The whole world is waiting for
You
you.
are my world, Laura. You always will be. Don't let anything destroy us. Don't leave me alone. I've always been alone.
That's what you want, dear. That's what you always want. You couldn't stand anything else. But you get so tired of me, you'd forget. You would forget.
I will never, never forget. I won't live long. Will you forget?
Oh, darling, every word, every touch, how could I?
Then nothing's changed, has it? Has it?
Good morning.
Madam Elizabeth, good morning.
Is Mr. Gang here?
He's inside.
Don't let me keep you from what you're doing.
Elizabeth! My dear Elizabeth! Well, this is a surprise.
6 years, W.O. 6 years. Except to not do. Tom, what a thief you are.
He hasn't stolen from you. You're still as handsome and stylish as ever. Oh, won't you sit down?
Oh, W.O. with your Gale manners. But I'm no chicken anymore. Nobody knows better than I do. You only knew how often we talked about you up on Eagle Crest. What a man you were. Wild. Bacchus himself. You remember that song you used to sing?
Laugh as many songs in those days, Elizabeth.
When you got liquored up enough. Don't you remember? Of course, I can't boom it out like you do. Whiskey is the life of men. I'll drink whiskey when I can.
Whiskey, oh, W-O, just raise her up and down she'll go. W-O, whiskey, oh, down as this pint must go. Oh, bring me more of the whiskey, oh. Well, so that's the worst of it, Elizabeth.
W.O. I miss you.
How are all the girls, Elizabeth?
That's what I came to see you about. Lost them last night.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Sick on 3 days. I'd have done anything in the world for her. Doctors, 2 trainers, got her all the time.
Lily?
I couldn't have loved her more if she'd been my own daughter. 22. A child. A mere child. And not a relative who would do anything for her. Mother died when she was 13. And father's a mean old bastard who wouldn't even come to her deathbed.
He will be punished.
As sure as there's a God in heaven, the old bastard! I hope he rots. Such a fine girl. Such a bright future for her. She had more opportunities than I ever had. You know what I've done here. I'm a rich woman today, W.O. Not even your wife owns as much property as I do. I beg your pardon, I hope you don't mind my speaking of her. Mrs. Gant and I both understand that property is what makes a person hold one's head up. Lily could have had all that too. Poor Lily. No one knows how much I'll miss her.
It's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Now, I suppose we wanted something for a grave. How about this sweet lamb? Couchant lamb. It's called couchant. It means lying down in French. That should be appropriate.
No, I've already made up my mind. I want that angel.
Whoa. My Elizabeth, she's a white elephant. No one can afford to buy her.
I can and I want her.
My dear Elizabeth, I want a fine angel, so what about this one? My own coffin.
No. Ever since I first saw that angel, I thought, when somebody who means something to me goes, she's going to be on the grave.
That angel is not for sale, Elizabeth.
Then why should you have her out here?
Truth is, I've promised her to someone.
I'll buy her from whoever you promised and give them a profit. Cash on the line. Who did you sell it to?
Elizabeth, what about this beautiful bird? Your beloved Lily would like that.
Birds pop. I want the angel.
It's not for sale. Anything you like, everything you like, I'll give it to you. I'll make you a present for old time's sake, but not my angel.
Let's not waste any more time over this. How much W.O.?
She's Carrara marble from Italy, and too good for any whore. Eugene! Eugene!
Why, you old libertine! How dare you speak to me like that?
What is it, Papa? What's the matter?
Your father's a stubborn old nut. That's what.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
You have W.O. deeply.
Eugene, will you be so kind if you could wait upon the madam, please?
I've been told your mother has your terror. Now I believe it. All I'm asking is that he sells me that angel for one of my dear girls who's gone. The dear young girl in the flower of her life. Like this girl here.
Madam Elizabeth, I believe Papa's saving that angel for his own grave.
Why didn't he say something? Why didn't he tell me? Poor W.O. Of course, in that case, if you were to think of your death, dear, I mean, you never know. Never know. Is there something here that would appeal to you? I like the little lamb. Lambs are for children, aren't they?
Lambs are for anyone. Here, put your hand on it. Isn't it cool, content, and restful? You could have a poem engraved on the base.
Home.
Let's see if we can find something you like. Here is a book of 50 fine memorial poems. So you feel like this. Went away, beauty's flower, before her youth was spent. Their life in love, lived the hour, God called her, and she went. It whispers fate, upon the wind, no grief to her was given. She left your love and went to find a greater one in heaven.
She left your love and went to find a greater one in heaven. I hope you never lose someone you love for. Well, let me know when that little line down there is ready.
Don't you stare after her. Don't you know who that is? Was that shameless woman here to see your father?
One of the girls at Eagle Crescent died.
Oh, did she?
She bought a money.
She bought one. Well, isn't that nice? Your father's always had to deal with all kinds of customers. Go tell Mr. Gant we're here. Oh, Miss James, it's 5 minutes to dinner time at Daisy Lane, and you know the rules about being late.
Laura and I are going on a picnic, Mama.
Not now, you're not. I want to speak privately to Mr. Gay, to Eugene too, and I've asked Ben to be here.
Mama, we made plans.
Son, this is a family conference.
Jean, I'll meet you over at Woodruff's, please.
Was he in there?
He's there. We've got him cornered.
Hello, Uncle Will. Hello, Mama. You look like you just swallowed 50 or 100 acres. What'd you buy today?
Well, as a matter of fact, we're not buying today. We're selling. At least I hope we are.
What's it all about?
Well, I may not need you, but I want you to be here, so just sit down.
I hope it won't take too long.
Hello, Miss Eliza.
My, how elegant. Aren't we burning a river this morning?
I heard you were here, Miss Eliza. I so do send them a visit from you.
How gracious. Now, Will, you may sit down now. Now, Mr. Gant,
This is one of your temperance meetings.
our private temperance problem, yes, that's part of it. Mr. Gant, how old are you?
I've lost track.
Well, you're 60 years old in December, and if Dr. McGuire were here right now,
I've
he would
heard
tell you.
Dr. McGuire tell me I shouldn't be lifting these marbles. Shouldn't be drinking liquor. I should take a nice, long rest.
Well, that seems to be a great deal of argument left. Now, Eugene,
Yes, Mama?
you want to go to college, don't you?
Very much.
Well, I figure that Chapel Hill will cost $3,400, but you'll have to wait on table. Otherwise, it would be $4,400, which is ridiculous, because right now we don't even have $3,400.
We gotta take Miss Eliza. When you get to the point, get the papers from the bank.
What do you mean? What papers?
Oh, you know what I mean. Go ahead, fish for 'em.
Now, what are you two hyenas laughing at?
Oh, what you would say, Miss Eliza. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Well, I'm glad to see you in a good mood.
So, bank wants this little old lot here, eh? That's what you told me, isn't it? Though, I can't for the life of me see why.
There's a new business street going through here in a few months.
Let me see the check.
Well, it's for $20,000. Will had to guarantee it personally for me to bring it here. 20,000,000.0000. Now, what do you think about that?
W.O. game. Seems to be in order.
Well, it is in good order, and Will's been all over the deed, and that's in good order too, isn't it, Will? Give me your pen, Will.
And I just had it built.
Oh, let's find print. I need new glasses.
Well, you can trust Will. He's been all over it.
But what about the marble stock and the monuments?
They're not included.
Papa, all the years you've spent here, all your fine work, please don't give it up.
Now your father knows what he is doing.
He's such a fine stone cutter.
You think my work is fine?
Isn't it, Ben?
Now he knows his duty to himself and to all of us.
There's no cemetery in this state that isn't filled with his work. You can always recognize it. It's clear and pure and beautiful. Why should he give it up?
Well, I'm not saying he give it up entirely. He can get another little shop further out of town.
He's too old to transplant now, Mama. This is his street. Everyone knows him here. People pass by. Mr. Janino's shop next door and Woodruff's across the way. All the people and places Papa knows.
Tim Walgreens down the block.
Now that is another reason to sell. Put yourself out of temptation's way, Mr. Gann.
Oh, I certainly do love it here.
Please don't give it up, Papa.
What do you want to do with him, Mama?
Now looky here. You are a fine stone cutter. Haven't I always said so? But it's time that you rested. Don't you want to live a long time?
Yeah, sometimes. I'm not so sure.
Well, you do want to, and I want you to. We all want to. Now people may talk about a short but sweet life, but everyone wants to live. Now look at me. I'm 57 years old. I've born 9 children, raised 6 of them, and I've worked hard all my life. And I want to relax and weekend now, Mr. Gann. You'll just sign that little slip of paper. And I guarantee in a year or so you'll have completely forgotten this dusty, crooked, dingy yard. Won't he, Ben? Won't he, Ben?
Some people have trouble forgetting some things, Mama.
Well, I'll make sure he doesn't forget. I'll be have time to look after you, won't I, Mr. Gann?
Well,
You're right about one thing. That I can't dispute. You have worked hard.
Thank you, Mr. Gaines.
Don't do it.
Now I'm going to plan a great, glorious celebration. We'll ask your brother Luke to come home if the Navy will let him out. And we'll invite Stevie and Daisy and her husband too, except if she brings those lion children of hers. Now turn it over, Mr. Gant. Sign it on the back.
Why do I have to sign it?
To endorse it, W.O. Gant, just like it's written on the front.
That can wait till I offer, can't it?
To clear the check, Mr. Gant.
Oh, I don't know these things. How do you clear it?
You sign it, I'll deposit it in the Dixieland account, and then we draw checks on it.
We?
Yes, you draw what you want, I draw what we need for James College, for Dixieland, and for anything else we need.
I think I'll wait to cash it until I get to Chapel Hill. The bank has a branch there. Doesn't it, Will?
Now, why would you want to cash it in Chapel Hill?
This is my check. I had to buy this little pie corner lot 31 years ago for $400. Money from the estate of Cynthia L. Gaines, deceased. I guess I'm entitled to the profit.
No, Mr. Gant, if you're looking to get my dead
Miss
girl-
Eliza, I've been wanting to get away from here for a long time. I'm taking Gene with me. I'm going to put him in that college there at Chapel Hill.
Now?
Now. And then I'm going to travel. When Gene's free in the summertime, we'll travel together. And there is nothing in this whole wide world you're going to do to stop me. And I can just see the word Dixieland form on your cursed lips. But what about Dixieland? Oh, nothing for Dixieland? No, not one goddamn red cent! You've got plenty of property of your own you can sell. If it's rest and comfort you really want, then sell it, woman. Sell it! But you know what I think? I think you like working hard, because then that makes us all feel sorry for you. And I do feel sorry for you too, from the bottom of my heart.
Papa, I can't go now.
Why not? You haven't got any bit of clothes, so might as well go as well. I guess we'll say our goodbyes. So long, dear Carrara Angel. I'll arrange for us to be together someday. So long, Ben. Helen, all right.
I won't let you do this, I won't let you!
Eliza, no!
There's your check! I guess there's nothing preventing me from going to the bank and trying to get another one, but it won't work! Because I'm going to put an injunction against you. I'll prove you're not responsible to sell this property or even to own it. I will get guardianship over you. Everyone knows the times you've been to the cure, the threats you made to me, the times you've tried to kill me. I'll tell them. You're a madman, Mr. Gant, a madman. I won't let you get away with this. I will fight you tooth and nail, and I'll win.
All the things you said about me are true, Eliza. All I've ever brought you is pain. So why won't you let me go?
Because you're my husband, Mr. Gant, you're my husband. We've come this far together, I guess we can continue to the end. We must try to understand and love each other, we must try.
Take her home. Will you, Will? Gene, order laundry and get your bottle. You heard me.
No, Papa.
Are you still paddling along after your mother? If you want to get sick, do it yourself. Ungrateful sons. Oh, the sad wasted years. The red wound of all our mistakes.
We're following Todd. You might have succeeded if he hadn't tried to take you. He could still make it, but he won't try again.
loved each other once. We must have had one moment in time. Perfect. What happened, Ben? How could something so perfect turn into this torture? They're strangers. They don't know each other. No one ever really comes to know anyone. That's not true. I know you. I know Laura.
Listen to him. No matter what arms may clasp us, what heart may warm us, what mouth may kiss us, we remain strangers. We never escape. Never, 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 never.
You're burning up. Put your arm around me. I'm going to take you home.
I can't. It's all right. I'm just tired.
Why didn't you tell anybody you were sick? You crazy idiot.
To hell with them. To hell with them all. Hello? Don't give a damn for anything. Nothing gives a damn for you.
Hello?
There are a lot of bad days.
Urgent.
And there are a lot of good ones.
I need Dr. McGuire.
That's all there is.
Now.
Just a lot of days.
Give me Dr. McGuire.
My God, is there no freedom on this earth?
Quickly, it's my brother Ben.
And still you smile.
Second class seaman, Luke Gant. G-A-N-T, Gant. Oh, I don't know why you can't hear me.
You don't have to shout because it's long distance, W.O.
Shut up, you. I know what I'm doing. You want me to what? I am standing back from the telephone. All right, all right. Oh, follow the perversities very well. I will repeat. Yesterday, I sent a telegram to my son, Luke Gant, to come home. That his brother Ben has pneumonia. Can you tell me if... Oh, we did leave? Oh, why didn't you tell us this? Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can't leave.
You've made good connections. You ought to be here by now.
Man, I'll be all right, W.O. Don't you worry.
I'm on one little road from the city of St. Louis. Cloud sent for me. How to get there in time.
Did you reach him?
He's on his way.
Well, I've had enough of this nonsense. Ben is far from dying. Of course, I do know you like to dramatize, Mr. Gant, but...
Mama, when can I see Ben?
Well, as soon as the doctor sends Ben. I tell you what, when you go in there, you don't make it out like Ben is sick, all right? You just make a big joke about the whole thing.
Mama, come on.
Well, it's the sick one's frame of mind that counts. I remember when I had pneumonia, everyone thought I was going to die, but I didn't. I made it through. I remember I was just determined to make a big joke about the whole thing. I don't believe a word of it. I'm far from dying. And it's because I didn't believe that I got better.
Liza, come on, so...
The doctor says that Mama can come in for a few minutes, but no one else yet.
How is it?
You know Dr. McGuire, if you can get anything out of him.
I don't like the feel of it. I don't like the feel of it. Why? You don't stop hanging over me. I'll smother to death.
There's both of you in here soaking up all the oxygen. Better leave the door open.
Mom's here, Ben. No, didn't you think I was ever coming in to see you? Ben, Mama's here. Why won't he look at me? Why doesn't he talk to me?
Man, hear what's going on, okay?
I wish you'd all get out and leave me alone.
Now, what kind of talk is that? You have to be looked after, son.
Mrs. Bird, look after me.
Ben,
McGuire, where's Fat? I want to see Fat.
Ben, how can you talk that way? Your mother and your sisters, you know, even
if it weren't for that woman, you wouldn't be
Betty! Betty!
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Mrs. Gay, why don't you go get some more cold cloths?
Do you have to add to her misery? Now, when you need something, ask me.
That's all right, Mr. Burke.
Dad?
Dan seems to want you here. That's all I can do. You'll call when you leave.
This is the last time you come into this house talking to a liar.
Daddy, stay by me. To keep the leaves clear at twilight. Hold my hand, Daddy.
How does he sing, Mama?
Oh, he couldn't stand to see me worrying about him. You know, that's just what it was. He just couldn't stand to see me worrying about him.
Oh, it's fearful that this should be put on me. Old and sick I am.
You shut your mouth. This minute, you damned old man. You know, I've spent my life taking care of you. Everything has been done for you. And you'll be here when we're all gone. So I don't want to hear anything about your sickness, you selfish old man. It makes me so furious.
If any of you are interested, Dan's a little better.
Thank God.
And it's better. I could have told you all along.
Well, we can all relax now.
I'll be back in a bit. Eugene, it's both bunks now. I can't tell them, but see to it they stay around. I'm going next door to the bunk for some oxygen. It may ease it for him. Won't be long.
What about Luke? Luke will be furious when he finds out he came all this way for nothing.
You call Ben's getting better for nothing?
Oh, you know what I mean, Mr. Lazar. I won't take a little nap.
You're gonna take a little nip, that's what you mean.
You can search my room if you don't believe me.
Mr. Clem, Miss Magnolia, did you hear the news? Ben is getting better. The crisis is fast.
We're so happy for you, Mrs. Gant.
That's a big relief. Oh, I knew it all along. I knew it. Well, he did have a hot fever, I admit that, but my second sense.
Hello there!
Luke, yeah!
Well, it was just the Steven himself.
How goes?
Aren't you gonna give your old mama a kiss?
Oh, you're getting young and strong about a minute.
I am, son. Now that Ben's getting well.
Your boy's better?
Luke. How's my boy?
Here comes a puppy's belly. I thought y'all might need some cheering up. Brought you some ice cream from Woodman's.
Naturally, you wouldn't be Luke Gann if you didn't.
Hello, Luke.
My God. Doesn't anybody buy you any clothes? Look at that hair. I mean, looks like an off. Cut off those damn big feet of his, he go up in the air.
How long have you got, Luke?
Oh, can you stand me for 24 hours? And who's this?
Oh, that's Miss James from Virginia. Laura, this is one of my sons, Luke Gaines.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Gann.
How do you do?
Now, you just get over here and behave yourself.
I'd better just shut the ice cream before it melts.
Oh, maybe Ben would like some. I got pistachio especially for him.
Tell your father the Admiral's here.
Can I see Ben now?
Well, the truth is that Mrs. Perk is in there with him now.
Mrs. Bird is?
It's a bit of a fraud subject. I won't go into it.
Oh boy, oh boy. I know what that is. Still the same old happy household?
Well, I have nothing against the woman, except she's getting too many ideas that she's a fixture here. First thing in the morning, you're going to ask her to leave.
Doesn't she pay her rent?
Oh, she pays it.
And you're never gonna ask her to leave. Paying customers what counts around here. Isn't that right, Mama?
Luke, Gann, there are certain standards that I have to uphold for the reputation of Dixieland.
What kind of standards? That old dope fiend who hung himself in the same bedroom where Ben had to sleep for 8 years after he cut him down. And all those amateur femme fatales who bask under your protection. Waylaying us in the hallways, the bathrooms. But we never had a safe moment. They say you learn about life in the Navy.
Luke, Kent, I'm warning you. It's a good thing I know you're teasing.
Remember the early mornings when Ben and Jean and I used to go out on the paper route together? Remember, Jean? Old Ben used to make up stories.
Welcome home.
And he used to throw the paper as lightly as he could.
Flash of embarrassed out my rage. Another one.
Jean,
First
The
rover.
baseball stories that they used to read
Yo,
about
Ben.
there. What was it, Jim?
God's sake, Papa, try to behave decently.
Why? Why? You gotta do something?
What's the matter? What is it, Jean? What's the
Stay
matter?
back. Give me some air.
What is it, Mr. Hurt? He can't get his breath.
Yo.
Someone get the doctor.
Ridiculous woman, the doctor said he would be better.
What the hell is all this commotion about? Luke, welcome home.
There must be something you can do. Have you tried everything? Everything.
God's sake, Papa.
Mrs. Park, you're sitting in my place.
Why? Why? You gotta do something?
Son,
Stay back. Give me some air.
It's over, the old guy. No one cares. The young. Oh, the young.
I care, Papa.
One day, just step out. Little crack, isn't it? That is
there must be something you can do.
not all the king's forces. Not all the doctors in the world can save the family.
Have you tried everything? Everything.
My dear girl. Brown. Brown.
Mrs. Park, you're sitting in my place.
Ben, son.
It's over. It's all over.
He's gone.
Did he say anything? At the end, did he say anything?
What were you expecting me to say?
I don't know.
Brown, what he was looking for? I doubt that, Eugene. Or at least he didn't say anything.
Ben's gone.
How long you know him, Doc? 2 days? No. I'm forgetting. Since I first saw him, we leave at 3 in the morning with a cup of coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
There's nothing to be done.
Dear Dan,
Did he say anything?
can't turn back the days
At
that
the end,
gone.
did he say anything?
Can't expect back to hours when our bones were sound. What hot. Brown on his young report. He outlasting fire. Brain, heart, spirit. We are 3 cents worth of plowing iron we cannot get back. We can believe in the nothingness of life. We can believe in the nothingness of death and of life after death. But who can believe in the nothingness of death?
Come on, Papa. Just be more sensitive.
Ellie is gone. Oh, no.
He doesn't turn away from me anymore.
Gotta let go, Mom.
been tonight? Whoever you are, you get your pension now. Whoever you are, be good to bed tonight. Be good to bed tonight. Morning papers. Flop, 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 flop. Oh, I used to love that sound. Every time the heavy bag getting lighter. Feel sorry for people who have to carry things. It's getting light. It's nearly dawn.
Don't go yet.
You think I want to when your last morning here? Almost up and going already. You know that every morning, before she cooks breakfast, she goes to visit Ben's grave. When I'm close to you like this, it's so natural. Are all men like me? Tell me.
I've told you you've never known anyone like you.
But you have known men. It's strange if you haven't. A woman so kind, so loving, you make me feel like I only used to dream with you. Or we thought to daydream in weeks, except about us.
What did you used to do?
I always wanted to be the winner. The victor. The general, the spearhead of victory. But following that, I wanted to be loved. And I am that now, truly. Laura, will you marry me?
Oh, darling.
You knew I was going to ask, didn't you? You knew I couldn't let you go, even for a day.
Yes, I knew.
You're happy with me. You know I'll make you happy. You know that $300 Ben left me? He wants me to use it for us. I'll go with you to Richmond today. I'll meet your parents so they don't think I'm an irresponsible fool who's stolen you. It may be a little hard to prove at this point. But there is a job. Would you mind living in Altamont?
I don't care where we live.
You're going to have to come home first.
I want to go back now. Leave us.
All the treasures the world has in store for us, we'll see you know them all. There's an estate in this country we won't know. Great names of Arizona, Texas, Colorado, California. We'll take the breaks to get there if we have to. And we'll go to Europe and beyond to the cool green lands of Shakespeare. The great Assyrian plains where Alexander feasted. The crumbling walls of Babylon, the palace of the kings of Egypt, the towering black crags of Switzerland. My God, Laura, there's not enough time enough for all.
Well, there will be time enough.
I'm gonna have to get packed.
You love trains.
I love only you. When you have confidence in me, unbeaten and beloved, I'm gonna have to get going. We're gonna catch that midday train.
Eugene, I love you always.
Hello? Through to you, please. Hello, Uncle Will. You know that position you offered me? I decided to take it. That's what I'd like to do for a while, anyway. Well, you see, I'm getting married. Yes, married to Miss James. We're going to Richmond for a few days. Thank you, Uncle Will. Thank you.
Eugene,
Well, now, Mama. Your second sense, I thought you would have guessed it.
why didn't I know? Why didn't I see?
Sorry, Mama. I couldn't wait any longer.
Gene, don't do this. She's so much older than you. Don't throw yourself away, boy.
It's too late to argue now, Mama. Nothing you can say will change my mind.
Gene, you just can't realize what are my plans for you? What about my
What
plans?
are your plans, Mama? I have my own life to live.
Gene, you just can't realize. You know that Stonetown property of mine? Well, I sold it, and now you know I've always wanted you to have an education, and you can have it now. You can have
Too
it.
late, Mama. It's too late.
It's never too late for anything, boy. You know, it's what Ben wanted.
I'm going to get back.
Eugene. 3-2, please. Coming a little so early for it. Will, yes. Will, I know. Well, I know it's early. Well, I need you to do something for me. You know that Stonetown property of mine? Well, I need you to sell it. No, don't argue with me. I need you to do it right now. I don't care what it's worth. Call Cash Rank. He's been after me for weeks to sell. Will, no, I will talk to you later about it. Please, just do it for me and let me know.
Well, it's never too early in the morning to turn in a trade, is it? What are you selling?
Just some property I own.
Well, maybe you could put a little bit of that money into getting somebody else that all yours that you can sell.
Well, I'll be back in a little bit. If Eugene comes, just tell him to wait, please.
All right, just let me know when I can let him out. Mrs. Gant, I was hoping to talk to
I should think you would.
Mrs. Gant, before I
How
say
could you, a
anything-
mature woman like you, take advantage of a child, a mere child?
Gant, will you please listen?
I will listen to nothing. I should have known what you were from the first minute I set eyes on you. I'm looking for a room, Mrs. Gant. What part would
Mrs. Gant, I am not marrying Eugene. I'm not. I wish with all my heart I could.
You can't lie yourself out of it. Jean just told me.
I'm engaged to be married to a young man in Richmond.
What kind of wicked games are you playing with my
Mrs.
child?
Gant, this isn't easy. I should have told Jean long ago, but I didn't. A young girl about to get married suddenly finds herself facing responsibilities. I never liked responsibilities. Jean knows how I am. I like music. I like to walk in the woods. I like to dream. I know I'm older than Jean, but in many ways I'm younger. The thought of marriage frightened me. I told my fiance I needed time for me to get older. Fell in my confusion. I found a kind of romance I'd never known before, but I also found that it isn't the answer. Gene is a wonderful boy, Mrs. Lee. He must go to college. He must have room to expand and grow. Find himself. He must be tired when his life. He needs the whole world to wander in. From now that I need a home, I need children, I need a husband. For people like me, there are rules. Very good rules for happiness in marriage, and I've broken enough of them. The telephone filled last night. He's driving at the people on the early train. We're going off to Charleston together, and we'll be married there. He loves me. And I will love him too after a while. ask Mr. Daly for me and tell him I'm hoping he feels better. And to Mr. Clyde and the others. And to Helen, especially to Helen. She worked so hard. Goodbye, Mr. Wayne. I'm happy here. You know, someday, you're gonna have to let him go too. Goodbye, Mrs. Wayne. Mama! Mama! You know, have you seen Mama? No, she was on the phone just now selling some property. Imagine at this hour, and she leaves me to slave in the kitchen. Do you know where she is?
Well, they wouldn't have the really good jobs in here, would they? Not the really good ones.
How many times has Mama told you, wait until you work with that bears? Don't you dare. Are they looking like that in here?
Oh, merciful God, what a way to greet the day.
Papa, do you know where Mama is?
Laura? Laura? Mama, where's Laura? Where is she?
She's gone.
Where?
She just walked out on you.
Send her away.
I never did, Gene.
Laura!
Gene, I never said
Laura!
that. Gene, listen to me. Gene!
Laura!
Gene!
Laura!
Gene, she left you this. Read a child.
See, it's no use. Mama, there you are. We better start getting breakfast ready. What's the matter?
It's that Miss James and Eugene Homer.
Mama, I just found out about that. What about it?
She's gone.
What?
She just walked out on him.
Oh, so that's it, is it? Is your girl gone and left you, huh? Huh? My Jean, forget about it. She's a grown woman.
Helen's right. No, she was just leading you and fooling you, and the whole time she was just leading you on. Wasn't she, Helen? Don't forget her with me. Of course you will. Like, stop it. It was just puppy love. Like Phil said, there's plenty of fish in the sea that are getting at it.
Hey, cheer up. You're not the only one that got fooled in his life.
Get out of that.
Why don't you go in? I'll be in a few minutes.
All right. You come in and help me. Jean, you know what I do? What I would do if I were you?
I just show her I was a good sport. I was down and it affected me one bit. You just write her lead and speak as you please,
Mama,
okay?
leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Now, Jean, you're going to be older in a few years and you'll just laugh about this whole thing. You're going to college next year and you won't even think about it. Now, you know that Stonetown property of mine? Well, I sold it. Now, this year's term has already started for next year.
Mama, now. Now. I've wasted enough time.
What are you talking about? You're just a child. There's
Mama, what do
plenty
you
of time.
want? Do you want me to collect more string? Do you want more bottles? Tell me what you want. Do you want more property? Do you want the town? Is that it?
Now, I don't know what you're talking about. If I hadn't tried to accumulate a little something, you wouldn't have a roof to call your own.
A roof to call my own? But by God, I never had a bed to call my own. I never had a quilt to call my own that wasn't taken from me to warm the mast that rocks on this porch and grumble.
Hey, you may sneer at the borders if you like.
No, I can't. I don't have breath or strength enough in me to sneer at them all I like. Mama, ever since I was a young boy and you sent me to the store to buy groceries, I used to think, this food's not for us. It's for them. Mama making us wait until they've eaten, feeding us on their leftovers. Do you know what it does to us? When it's you we wanted for us. You we needed for us. Why? Why?
They don't hurt me like you do. They wouldn't talk to me like you are for one
Because
thing.
they're strangers, Mama. They don't care about you. They'll talk about you like this behind your back. I've heard them do that plenty.
What do they say about me? What do they
Doesn't
say?
it matter what they say, Mama? They say! Doesn't it matter to you what I say?
I don't understand.
It's easy to cry now, Mama. I've done as much work for my wages as you deserve. I've given you fair value for your money. And I thank you for nothing.
What are you saying?
I said I thank you for nothing. But I take that back. I've got a great deal to be thankful for. I thank you for every hour of loneliness I've had here. I thank you for every dirty cell you ever gave me to sleep in. For 10 million hours of indifference, and for these 2 minutes of cheap advice.
You will be punished if there is a just God in heaven.
There is. I'm sure there is, because I have been punished. By God, I shall spend the rest of my life getting my heart back, healing and forgetting every scar you put upon me when I was a child. The first move I ever made from the cradle was to crawl for that door. And every move since has been an effort to escape. But now, at last, I'm free from all of you! And I shall get me somewhere right.
Ben, there's something I've lost. I can't remember. I remember the person that you were. He's gone, as I am. Will never return. No matter where you search for him, a million streets, 1,000 cities.
Then I'll search for an answer hunger.
And a happy land. There is no end to hunger. There is no happy land.
Ben, help me. You must have an answer. Help me and I won't go searching for it.
What do you want to find out there?
I want to find the world. Where is the world?
The world is nowhere, Gene.
Ben, wait, answer me!
The world is nowhere. No one, Gene. You are your world.
Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down.